Okay, hanging out here on Toronto's Talent with our next performer. What's your name, man?
Kirk DeMatas.
Kirk DeMatas. How you doing, Kirk?
Good, you?
I'm good, thanks. What are you going to be doing on the show?
Doing some poetry for my first book.
Some poetry. Now, you're going to be doing two pieces, one piece?
Two pieces.
Yeah, and what are the names of the pieces?
The second one is called I. The first one just escapes my mind for some reason. Oh, wait, no, it's called Freedom Song.
So let's get right into it. We're going to have two pieces. What was the first one called again?
Freedom Song.
And the second one is I.
I.
All right, let's get right into it right now, right here on Toronto's Talent.
Freedom songs resound in the minds of the muted masses. Muted since their time began, they long for one with the gift of sound to create a ripple in the dead calm of their ocean. Until then, the freedom songs play, stimulating their innate desires, encouraging the search for one strong voice to envelop the torch burning in their minds, and for that voice to become the torch to lead the soundless through. And they imagine this voice becoming the bellow of confrontation for the mute, as it roars beneath the singer's lullaby, and they imagine the sound of rebellion. And they imagine themselves embracing the divinity of change, and the masses will break free from their quiet bondage, and they will run wild into the noise, and one day the world will hear their freedom song. Thanks. And the second piece I'm going to do is simply titled I. I stand on my own, possessing a soul, which feeds a mind, generating thoughts, which shapes my being, creating myself. I alone own myself. Yet as I walk through the days and nights, I encounter something which does not recognize me. I have seen where ignorance lives, its presence amplified in plain sight. It crucifies behind pallid eyes. When I challenge the beast, it hides behind denial, testifying that these trials were errors in the system. I seemed to fit the description. Despite your claims, I see the ignorance behind your eyes, petrified that a violent upheaval approaches. Your invitation for a private discussion reveals your old mind is akin to old persecutions. Your old mind desires the dissolution of my freedom. Your old mind spits words aimed to nullify me, but I thwart your attempts with ease. You are persistent, trying to declassify and objectify me, but by spreading lies, but implying that I have no alibi for crimes committed against you, unless I publicly shame myself and ally myself with your sick mind and buy into your lies. You truly expect compliance, but I aim to surprise, as I will modify your vision of who I am, for I exemplify the product of struggle. With absolute pride, I stand solidified in my stance, justified in my actions. I will not flinch as your forces advance. I will not be moved from this position of true power. The power you desperately attempt to snatch is far too radiant for your filthy hands. I stand on my own, possessing a soul which feeds a mind, generating thoughts which shapes my being, creating myself. I alone own myself. Thank you.
All right, fresh off the stage, my man Kirk DeMatas. How you doing, Kirk?
Good, great.
Yeah, definitely. I like that one. I, man, that's my piece. I like that one right there. Well, the reason why I like it is because it's like I stand alone, right?
Right,
But what about living with your parents? You live with your parents?
Not anymore, no.
Okay, so you do stand alone.
I do stand alone.
Okay, what about when you're low on cash?
Then I stand with my parents.
Okay, so you're not really standing alone. It's like I and my parents, right?
Exactly.
Definitely enjoyed the piece, man. But I also find that they're a little bit dark or a little deep.
Yeah.
Is that your style? Is that what you aim for? Does it come out that way?
It just comes out that way, really. I mean, there's a lot of experiences. The I poem is written over being pulled over by the police 3 times in one night in Markham. And I was pretty pissed off that night, so then I wrote that. And
Well...
Yeah, I got kind of angry. Yeah.
Where can we catch more of you besides police cars?
Well, MySpace, Facebook,
Yep.
I'm all over there. If you type in my name in Google, you can pull up a whole bunch of other pages. My
Yes,
book,
sir.
Wordspeak, is on Amazon and Chapters. And
Right. Are you bondable?
I would like to be.
Thank you so much for coming through to the show. Kirk DeMatas, man, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, hanging out here on